Welcome to iOS Jailbreak Spot with myself and my good friend Mike, which is going to be my co-host here on this Blab session. Now, I've had a few technical issues this evening. I don't know whether it's my computer or whether it's just Blab itself. But this Blab session, we're going to be talking about everything relating to jailbreaking your iOS device, meaning that you can jailbreak your iPhone, your iPad, your iPod Touch. And for anyone who's heard about jailbreaking, but maybe you've never done it, this is going to be the Blab session that you're going to want to come and join on a weekly basis. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Big hello to my good friend Joe. Hi, Joe. If you want to come and take one of the open seats, you're more than welcome to. I've been having some issues this evening here, getting this show underway. But, yeah, so we're just going to welcome my good friend Joe into the Blab session. No audio, Joe. And I should actually put my headphones on because we're going to get some feedback otherwise. So let's do this. Okay. Yeah, so as I was explaining, everyone, for those of you that have just recently come and joined, this is going to be a special Blab series, really, that I've decided to do with my good friend Mike. And we're going to be talking about jailbreaking. So, a good friend Joe here, I don't know if you're having issues with your sound, Joe. I think I've got sound from you now, Joe.
Do you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah, that's it.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, Joe. I've been having some issues on here tonight. My webcam, I've been having a few issues with my webcam here on Blab, getting it working, so
yeah,
don't quite know what's been happening.
I tried to start a couple times, yeah.
Here's a question for you, Joe. Maybe you'll know the answer to this. Is there a way that you can delete a Blab session that you've already hosted? Because you know they automatically get saved onto Blab. Is there a way that you can delete a previous Blab or not?
I don't know. I haven't been doing anything with Blab for probably since your last session.
Right.
So probably over a month or whatever it's been. So I assume there is a way to delete it. But yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
That would be, yeah.
Let me. I'm going to just copy and paste this link to my good friend Mike, who's going to come and join.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell Lil Bird.
I've noticed they've made a few little changes here on Blab because they've got to tell your friends on Facebook now. That's a new one.
Tell your friends on Facebook. Yeah, that is new. I didn't notice that.
So this is my good friend Mike that's joining, and he's going to be my co-host, really, that's going to be joining me each week here on Blab.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, guys?
We finally got here in the end, Mike, after a few technical issues.
Wow, what a burden, man.
So,
I didn't think it was ever going to happen.
No, neither did I. So Mike, me and you, we're going to be hosting this Blab series maybe once or twice a week, and we're going to be talking about everything relating to jailbreaking. And there's probably quite a few people out there that have never, well, maybe you've heard about jailbreaking, but you don't really necessarily know what it involves or understand what the benefits are. And this is what me and Mike are going to be here for each week to tell you guys about. So, Mike, I'm sort of hand over to you for a few minutes. I mean, do you want to talk about, or Joe, you can interrupt and ask a question?
I can drop out so that Mike can be the second square, and then y'all can be, it's more obvious who the hosts are if you want me to do that.
No, it's okay, Joe. You don't have to do that.
Because I can come back in, and then Mike will go back. Okay.
Oh, well, if you want to do that, Joe, yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. You don't have to.
All right.
You don't have to.
He's got his hat now, man.
Yeah.
Here, let me.
It feels better
Let
on
me
my
see if it works.
with these earphones.
Man, it looks good.
No, that.
Well, yeah.
It looks
See if it works, Joe. I mean, you know.
Look there, Joe. What do you do? Get off the seat?
Yeah, because he's popped you up next to me, so you're like, I'm the host and you're the co-host. So.
Hey, and I've noticed now.
Well, that's strange. No, Joe. No, see, Joe's still in the same place.
I'll go out for your all's intro. How about that?
It's okay, Joe. You can stay in. That's fine. That's no problem.
Joe, go ahead.
You sure, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead and stay.
You're it.
Yeah,
you two are the rock stars. Y'all are kicking butt.
That's all
I'm
right,
nobody.
You can stay, but I was just while I was explaining for Mike. If I hand over to you for a few moments, if you want to talk a little bit about our show and what we're going to be doing each week. I've already mentioned it briefly, but I'll hand over to you for a few moments.
Well, like you said, Ben, we just want to start this show where we can, talk about Cydia, talk about iOS, talk about jailbreaking on your iPhone and different tweaks and themes that's going to be released each week. That way, maybe we can cover like the top tweaks of the week and just certain stuff and of that nature. That's what we're hoping to get started. Now, if it works or not, I don't know.
It should do. Now, let's just explain what. Okay, well, let's first of all explain what jailbreaking is, because we're talking about jailbreaking and we're talking about Cydia, but there might be a lot of people out there that don't know what Cydia is even. So let's first of all talk about jailbreaking. Now, for anyone who's got an iPhone or an iPad or any other iOS device that's running iOS, basically jailbreaking opens up a lot more possibilities with what you can actually do on your iOS device. So if you've got an iPhone, you're very, very limited to what you can do on a standard iOS device that you buy from Apple. But if you jailbreak your device, it's basically it's basically not what I suppose it is in some respects, hacking into the iOS operating system itself, letting you make a lot more customizations to your iPhone. You can have different icons on your home screen rather than standard Apple iOS icons. You can customize a lot of the UI in iOS. Mike mentioned about Cydia. Now, Cydia is a special application that you get installed on your iPhone when you jailbreak. Now, Pangu is one of the jailbreaks that's available currently at the moment, which is available on, I believe, Mike, the website. I mean, if anyone types in Pangu, you can find many videos on YouTube about how to jailbreak an iPhone and stuff. But basically, it just opens up a lot more possibilities of what you're able to do on your iPhone or your iPad or your iPod Touch, and you're able to do a lot of things that you wouldn't normally be able to do standardly on an iPhone. And me and Mike, we've been jailbreaking for a few years now, and I mean, I've had probably about every single iPhone that Apple have released, apart from the only one I didn't actually have was the very, very first iPhone that Apple released. I didn't have that one. And I've always jailbroken probably every single Apple device that I've had. And it's just, a lot of people will probably say, well, why is there such a big fuss on jailbreaking? What's the point of it? Until you actually do a jailbreak and you have your iPhone jailbroken or your iPad, it's kind of hard to explain. The only way to sort of explain it is to probably show you, in some respects, what can be done. And this is why me and Mike have actually got a dedicated YouTube channel where we're going to be posting videos on a regular basis, and we're going to be showing you all what can be accomplished once you've jailbroken your device, because it is really, really good, and it's good fun, and you can learn a lot. I think you'll look. Go on, Mike.
I mean, like you said, it adds a lot of different functions to your device, but it also, like if you'd like to change your UI, I mean, if you ain't happy with the way the iPhone looks, when you get it, when you jailbreak it, you can install certain themes that let you do amazing things to it. I mean, to move your icons around, to make them big, little, remove the text under your icons. I mean, put 5 icons in the dock, or have unlimited icons in the dock. I mean, It's amazing what you can do. And each week, each week Cydia comes out with new developers, and you got to give your credit to all these brilliant and tweak developers out there. I mean, it's amazing the way that, you know, coding and the way you can go into the libraries and change stuff to add to these tweaks.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling
what guys can do.
And Joe's probably sitting there, well, I don't understand what you guys are talking about, but, you know, it's...
That's right. No, it's fine.
Well, I mean, just certain tweaks I have on my phone. I mean, like right now I have a tweak, you know, activator that lets you put gestures that you can do certain functions for your phone. I mean, I have barrel, which adds a lot of customizations to your icons to let them do little tricks. You know, I have a tweak called better shutdown that allows you to hold on to the power button on your iPhone that adds, you know, different functions that opens up a UI of power off, reboot, respring, or you can put your device in safe mode. But, you know, unless you jailbreak this, and it lets you know that this tweak is compatible with iOS 7, 8, 9, whatever iOS firmware you're running on. Hopefully you're on iOS 9, but if you're on a lower firmware, I mean, I hate that for you, but there are just certain things you can do, like add widgets to change your lock screen. I don't know, man. Put a date in your status bar. I mean, hell, the list you can go on and on and on. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. But Ben, I just lost. Ben, your video is gone.
So, Mike and Ben, it's been a while since I've been in Blab, and so I feel real rusty, of course. But just to let you know, there's always questions and stuff, and I just wanted to let you know that Mr. Funky Fairy, whose name is Rob, is one of my really good friends over in Meerkat, and he knows probably more. I mean, he knows quite a bit. So anyway, he's a pretty cool kid, a cool guy with the questions, and all of them, Steven and stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out there that I may not field the questions correctly because I don't know the topic.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll try and keep up with the questions here on the side. I'm just trying to get, because I know they've made some changes here on Blab, so I'm kind of just
There's a lot of bugs going on because I can't even tell a little bird. I go in to try to tweet, and my images in the the lower part of the
Mr. Funky Fairy asked if you jailbreak, does it affect your Apple account, like family sharing and Find My iPhone? And the answer to that question is no, it doesn't at all. It doesn't affect anything like that.
No.
So you're perfectly.
The main thing about it, though, like if you jailbreak and you don't like it, all you got to do is back up all your information to iTunes and just restore the phone to plain old stock the way you got it when you bought it from the store.
I'm sure that there's probably a lot of people out there that are worried that they might brick their phone by jailbreaking it, and I'm sure that that's probably quite a fear that many people have, but you can't actually physically damage your iPhone by jailbreaking. Because the thing is, if for any reason there just physically isn't a way of doing it, because if for any reason you do encounter any issues when you do the jailbreak, then all you've got to do is just restore the phone back to its original firmware, and it's as good as new. So,
well, hey, and any I listen to iDownload Blog, and these guys like Jeff Benjamin, Sebastian Page, and all these guys, which they have their podcast that talks about new tweaks and themes, but if you don't watch now in Cydia, if you add third-party repos, sometimes you can add a bad repo that pulls around with pirate apps and stuff that can affect your phone that you got to watch out for. So there's a lot of things you do got to watch out, when you jailbreak, but it's a wonderful experience. So seeing what your iPhone's capable of doing.
Well, I think you'll agree with me, Mike. iOS itself is nice, but there is just so much more that it's capable of doing. And so by jailbreaking, it just opens up a whole new world of things that you can do with your iPhone.
Yeah. I mean, I have Flux, a tweak called Flux that's on my phone that lets me adjust the lighting. According to where I'm located at, it can adjust the lighting on my iPhone screen. So, it's I like it because at night it can put it down to like a candle-looking mode to dim it.
Funky's asking a question here because I've noticed there's a questions window here on the left-hand side. That's kind of cool.
Very different.
So Mr. Funky is asking, are you going to do a step-by-step process on YouTube? And yeah, we can do a step-by-step process. We can do a YouTube video on exactly how to do the jailbreak from start to finish.
But the thing about it is, there's thousands of YouTube channels.
The thing is, all you've got to do if you just go to YouTube and just type in Jailbreaking iOS 9, you'll find that there's literally hundreds of videos that you can watch. And these videos are all step-by-step videos where they'll show you exactly what you have to do step by step until you've actually jailbroken your device. It's very, very easy. And to do the current jailbreak, it only takes literally a few minutes and you're done. So
now,
Joe.
Again, I am starting from like -10. I'm not even starting at 0 with this stuff. But I have been around you a lot, Ben, and I know you talk about it, and so now it's not Greek. At least I know the word. Yeah. But so I do have a question, but I do want to make sure you do know Kevin is out in the audience, right? Kevin from Scotland.
Yeah, I do. And I just want to say a big hello to Kevin as well. Sorry, Kevin, we're just trying to get a show underway here, and I didn't want you to hope you don't think I'm ignoring you or anything.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to make sure. Now, and my questions, they go on forever, but let's just say it seems like Jailbreak is like custom stuff. Like, Ben's 5 favorite things are different than Mike's 5 favorite things, which would be different than my 5 favorite things. But if you were someone like me who's never even thought of doing the thing, do you think there's 5 things that most people would like to do first if they tried Jailbreak?
Yeah. Go on, Mike.
I can take you answer that question.
Wow, that's cool.
Well, I mean, for the first 5 things, like for me, I added on my iPhone, I added Barrel, which, allows me to do customizations with the icons to roll and twist and do all kinds of funky stuff. I downloaded iCleaner Pro, which is a tweak that allows you to go into the all of your apps and all the cached files and stuff. That way you can delete a lot of junk from your phone. A tweak called Classic Dock, that allows me to put the old iOS dock on my phone. I can add widgets to my iPhone that iOS don't allow. I mean, I can't. I mean. And also the other good thing that you can do if you're jailbroken is you can change the actual, because obviously on iOS you've got a standard font that'll appear on the home screen and in your messaging apps and things like that. There's another really cool tweak called Beta Font, which basically lets you completely change your font in the entire iOS itself. So instead of having the standard Apple font that's used in iOS, with this tweak called Beta Font 3, it's called, it lets you completely change your font as well and the look of the fonts and stuff like that in iOS. So that's another good tweak. Well, I have an iPhone 6, and obviously you don't have that touch screen and stuff or the 3D touch like you do on the iPhone 6s. Well, I jailbroke it, which allows me to add a few tweaks like 3D Touch Plus or Reveal menu that allows me to, do certain things like this. I mean, I can't show it.
I think we might be losing you, Mike.
But I can touch on my phone and it opens up Windows.
We saw it do something.
Try again, Mike. There you go. I think we've lost Mike. We're having a few issues here.
I think you're frozen, Mike.
Basically, what Mike is trying to show there, that obviously he's got an iPhone 6 and he's able to do the 3D touch gesture that you can do when you've got an iPhone 6s.
I know one thing. They're having the audio and the visual because people's voices and your
There's
video and
some issues,
audio is
aren't
going
they,
all to
at the
hell on
moment?
this thing.
Okay, Rob, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. I mean,
so I want to give a bit of a shout out to
everybody
a few
sounds
people.
like a
So we've
robot.
got, I'm going to try and pronounce this name correctly. Is it how do you pronounce that first person, Joe? My apologies for.
Who? Nymphi or Nymphe?
Nymphe,
That's
the
what I
Nymphe. So a big hello to you. A big hello to Dance Godfrey. Big hello to you. Thank you for joining our live session. Also, I'd like to give a big hello to M. Barrington, who's an artist. Okay. Also, I'd like to give a big hello to Martin, who's also joined, and of course, a big hello to Kevin. It's always a pleasure to see you in Blab. Obviously, I can give Mike a shout out if he wants one, but I don't think he needs one. Always happy to give you a shout. Always happy to give you a shout out, Joe. So,
hey,
no problem. Yeah, that's
now, Joe, guys. I don't know if I'm the only one.
I know, even though you're.
I don't know if I'm the only one
like
that's seeing this, but the free seat on here's actually got somebody. It's kind of a white. It's got a white image, and it says Mr. Funky Fairy, and it's got. Are you going to do a step-by-step process on YouTube? That's the question.
Yeah, that was. I was going to ask you that too. Go ahead, Mike.
We would. No, I just he's shown up white on mine, but the thing about it is, there's certain channels on there that already does this. One guy, My Jailbreak Movies, is a YouTube channel. iTweaks is a YouTube channel. iApple Jailbreaker is another YouTube guy. That there's thousands out there. We'd be wasting their time to be doing these videos. I mean, to do them as good as these guys, because they've been doing them for years. And my advice is to go to YouTube and watch them. And I mean, it's pretty.
He
fantastic.
already asked that question, and it was already answered. I was just concerned that it transferred from the left side of my screen to the fourth seat. I don't know how it did that. That was a glitch.
Well, it shouldn't be showing. It shouldn't be showing up on the open seat now. That white screen. It should have disappeared.
Yeah. I don't know where it's supposed to be, but it looks like it's supposed to be to the left where all the Twitters are. I'm sorry, Mike. What are you showing?
There you go. This is. If you'd like to bring your iPhone back up to the screen, buddy, and.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there's the. So that's Mike's home screen on his iPhone 6. I don't know how clearly you guys can see that, but
I'm about ready to throw this damn thing in the river because I can't hear nobody.
Do you want to jump out and jump back in again, Mike?
Aggravated.
Reboot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because I can't see nobody and everybody that's talking. They sound like Tweevis the robot.
It's kind of weird because you're really clear, Mike.
I can see and hear you fine, Mike.
I can. Yeah. I just can't see. I can't see Ben, and when Ben talks, everything he says is a robot.
No worries. And I know Mike was showing you briefly his iPhone, guys, but I'll see if I can show you my one.
Any better?
I can see you, but I can't see Ben. I can hear Ben, but
I can see and hear all three of us.
This is what my iPhone 6 looks like at the moment, and as you can see, guys, they're not the standard iOS icons that normally come standard. And then obviously I've got the different effects when you slide from page to page. And again, that's all achieved by obviously, jailbreaking your device. And obviously the dock's different at the bottom. That's not the standard dock that comes on iOS. That's the original dock that was on iOS 6 for the people that had back in the good old days that probably remember iOS 6. That was the type of dock that was used.
Thanks, Kevin.
And then obviously you guys can probably see this, I've got more than the standard amount of icons in the dock along the bottom now. And then obviously I've got this tweak, which, as you guys can see, if I slide my finger across the dock.
Wow.
I can't see.
That's cool.
I mean, but, I've been into this stuff probably about 5 years now, and I even listen to podcasts like Let's Talk Jailbreak or Let's Talk iOS. I mean, I'm just a rookie in all this game. I mean, I can do a lot of things, but these guys that make these tweaks and develop this stuff and cover it like professionals, man, they're awesome. I mean, that's who I give props to. I mean, that's who I envy, all these guys that I've learned from.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, my hat goes off to them, because the guys that work on these different types of tweaks for people that have got jailbroken devices, I mean, it's amazing what they can accomplish and what they can do. It's just really amazing. And, obviously me and you, Mike, we're going to be covering a lot of different topics over the next few weeks within our shows and stuff here on Blab.
What we're going to do is what we need to do. Like the next show, we'll say welcome, and we'll have a list of certain topics, and that way people can come in and give us. And I know I'd like to hear from the true professionals come in and join the guys that do this for a living to make these tweaks and things, and that way we can talk to them and try to learn from them, because this is what we're trying to do, have a learning show. That way everybody can talk about certain tweaks and themes and figure out how to make them better, or what to do, or if you're having certain problems, how to fix it.
Yeah, definitely.
The main thing, if we can get this show fixed, that way the recording and the audio and the video can stay stable.
Exactly.
It's terrible.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So, so like I said, we're going to be talking about, I mean, really in this Blab session, it's just basically more like an introduction into our show. Mike's showing. See
my mic?
Mike's got a new mic. Mike's got a new mic set up.
Check it out. My dad got that for me, and the headphones there. Joe.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Mike's new microphone?
I'm sorry, I was typing.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, man.
See if I can.
There you go.
Holy, come on. Pull that back. Let me see the whole thing. Pull it back. Holy moly, Mike. Man, are you on TV? You're on TV.
I'm gonna get me one of these days. I'm gonna get a big old desk and a big old iMac, and have the big studio coming from the wall, and have a good damn service where I'm not seeing robot talking and video going out.
I think it's your connection. I don't think it's the other stuff.
It probably is, because Steve, right now I'm just sharing my Wi-Fi.
Mm.
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, and then, like I said, I'm still 30 feet away from 50 meg Wi-Fi connection, and I lose it from quite time to time. So hopefully, when I get mine boosting, with my router under my feet here, it'll be a lot better.
So, like I said, the questions I might be a little behind, and I don't know if y'all have addressed it yet, but the Nymphi or the Nymphe, she said, I jailbroke my Apple TV, and it's now a Roku Apple TV all in one. So I don't know. Do y'all have have you heard of that?
I think a Roku is kind of similar to. Oh God, I might be completely wrong in what I'm going to say now, but it kind of is similar to a Google Chromecast. I think similar type of thing. But I know that certainly when you jailbreak an Apple TV, it kind of is similar to jailbreaking an iPhone or an iPad, because it opens up the firmware and lets you do a hell of a lot more stuff on the Apple TV than you would normally be able to do on a standard Apple TV device. So it is really cool.
I don't know a lot about Apple TVs. Can they jailbreak the Apple TV?
Yeah, you can jailbreak. Yeah, I believe you can jailbreak an Apple TV. I don't know too much about it either, because I've never owned an Apple TV. So, so maybe that's one thing that I might be tempted to buy next, is an Apple TV.
I don't know much about them. I've never even been around and watched TV.
I know one thing that me and Mike definitely want to buy next, and that's the iPad Pro.
Absolutely.
Woo-hoo! Nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, the iPad Pro is pretty nice.
Have you seen images of the iPad Pro? It's a beast.
Like big, right? And heavy, I guess people are saying. It's like 1.6 ounces. It's like 1.7 pounds, and people are saying it's heavy.
Hold on, I'll give you the dimensions on the bad boy.
Yeah, it's got a 12-inch, just over 12-inch screen on there compared to what we've got standard on our current iPads.
12.9 screen, yeah.
All right, this iPad Pro has a 12.9-inch Retina display, nearly double the CPU performance of the iPad Air 2. It's got a refined multi-touch technology. The iPad Pro isn't just a larger device. It's an iPad that lets you be more creative and more productive at a whole new scale. This son of a gun is a monster. The screen resolution, 2732 by 2048. It's 78% larger than the iPad Air 2. So
yeah, it's a beast. That's what it looks like, Joe.
Oh, look at the hand. The person's hand looks so small compared to that screen. Oh my goodness.
It's got the 64-bit architecture, and it's got an A9X chip.
I mean, my hand can cover my phone. I mean, that.
Oh, you got an iPhone though, so you're part of the club.
Well, I got an iPad. I got both.
Oh wow!
You're
in the club. You're in the club. I got me and my wife. I got my Mac, 2 iPhone 6s, and 2 broken screen iPhone 5s, and I've had about 4 iPads that I've sold. I get them and sell them.
Damn.
Now my sister has the first iPad that ever came out. It don't even have a camera on it. The first one it wouldn't take.
That was the first one. I had the first iPad.
I think I have one, but it's from someone else. How do you know it doesn't have the camera?
It should. On the back, it won't have a camera, I don't believe, or on the front.
I think I have one. I don't know. It's not turned on, but
what? You want to sell You want to sell anything?
It's not mine. It's my nephew's. But
he won't care.
I've got a bunch of 3GSs. I got 2 of those.
Wow.
I like antique.
They could go into the antique club.
Cool.
How much you want to? Are they both 16 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte?
Oh, I have no idea. The smallest and cheapest at the time.
How much you want to sell one for?
Oh, come on, Mike. Yeah, I don't sell stuff.
Well, yeah, we'll talk. I'll call you. I'll message you later.
Yeah, tweet me. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, money talks.
Oh, I don't. I need.
Hey, check this thing out, Joe. I ain't used it yet. It's a little desk with a light.
Sweet. Apple. Man. Now,
I got it bad.
Now, I don't want to change the subject from jailbreaking, but Mike did bring up the iPad Pro. So if it's okay, I'd like to ask a question about that.
Let's roll with it.
And it's kind of complicated as my mind is, but I've had the 5S forever, and I love every program and every application, and none of them glitch. I have an iPad, and I have the same applications, but they're not always the exact same, and they don't always work, and you don't log in, and it's a different screen. So if I was a millionaire and I was buying the top of the line iPad that is not a phone, or I don't know, they might be a phone, but if I spent a ton of money, would it be the iPhone application that never has glitches, or would it be the iPad application that does have glitches?
Well, obviously, if you
had a lot of, I'd sell them and upgrade. What I'll do if you had a lot of money.
I think to answer your question, Joe, I think obviously you've got iPad versions of the apps, and then you've got the iPhone version of the apps, because obviously when you launch the App Store on an iPad, it'll bring up all the apps that are available that have been specifically made for the iPad. But you can. Now I'll give you an example. If you were to try and find the Blab application on your iPad in the App Store, you wouldn't find it. But if you looked for it on your iPhone, you would find it. You can find it on the iPad, but there's a little section, and you've got to go to when you're on the App Store. There's a little section that says "Show all iPad apps" or "Show all iPhone apps," so you can download.
Oh, so it's not optimized for it. It's
what I'm trying to say.
It's not
what
written
I'm saying
for
to
it.
you is, Joe, it's like, for argument's sake, if you wanted to have the Blab application, say, for argument's sake, on your iPad, you can have it, but it'll be the iPhone version of it on your iPad. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just not okay. Golly, I don't know which one I downloaded.
But most of the apps that you can get on the iPhone, you can normally get on the iPad. There's obviously certain apps that you can't. Well, I say you can't. You can, but it means, I say for argument's sake, there's apps. Well, like Meerkat is one that you can get on your iPhone and on your iPad. And I can't understand. Maybe actually, this will be a good question to ask one of the Blab team. Actually, is there going to be an iPad version of the Blab application? Here's an interesting question, because I know at the moment. At the moment there's only an iPhone version of the app, which, by the way, has been recently updated. And I want to give a big thumbs up to everyone that works on a Blab, because they've made some really, really nice improvements to the actual iPhone application.
Really?
Yeah, it's really nice. They made some nice improvements to it. But my question for anyone who's watching this, is there going to be an iPad version of Blab? There's got to be at some point. I'm assuming that the team at Blab are going to probably launch an iPad version of it. It would make sense, you know.
That would make sense.
My wife just got home. I'm trying to tweet her and tell her she's downstairs to hit on Blab and just say hi. She won't. I said, "Come on and join us," and she said, "Nah." And I said, "Come on." She said, "Nah, I'm gonna call my mom."
Oh, too bad.
Geek. This is the Geek Cave, baby.
Cool, man. Thanks for that description.
But I hope that answers your question, Joe, regarding sort of applications. I mean, obviously, even when the iPad Pro, even if you've got an iPad Pro, when you go to the App Store, there's a special section on the App Store now that's specifically for the iPad Pro. So,
you're kidding? Differently than the iPad?
So look, if you was to open the App Store up on your iPad at the moment, you'll notice at the top there's a special section on there that talks about the iPad Pro. And if you open up that section, all the applications that are in that specific section are all specifically made for the iPad Pro.
Woo. Wow. Absolutely. Now, also, in defense, I don't know if we're recording or anything, but in defense, Mike probably is right. Probably the main thing for my stuff is to upgrade. A 5S is pretty old. And this is like the original, not the original iPad, but like
iPad 2.
Well, it didn't have a number to it, so I think
They had the iPad, then it came out the iPad 2, 3, 4, then it came out the iPad Mini, iPad Mini 1, 2, 3, iPad Air, iPad Air 2.
Holy moly! So you're probably right, first generation.
Yeah. Well, with your iPad, you can go into general settings, and you're probably on iOS 7. You probably never updated iOS 8, iOS 9. Or what? You go in your settings and go in and hit settings, general, and tell me what firmware you're on.
Okay, settings.
Then general.
And then
about. Hit about.
It says 9.1.
Yeah, so you're running.
Well, see, you're on a newer iPad. I'm not saying it's the newest one, but you're not on an iPad the first or second, because could iPad 2 run iOS 9?
Yeah.
Obviously, it could run it, but it's not going to be so.
This one can't, but I don't know.
The second generation iPad can, I believe, because my grandparents have got the iPad 2, and I think that's running iOS 9. It doesn't obviously run. It's a little bit sluggish. It doesn't run nowhere near as smooth as what it would on a newer iPad, but it can run it.
And that's another thing you need to worry about when you jailbreak your iPhone, because if you have a 16 gigabyte iPhone and you have a lot of apps on it, then you start downloading a bunch of tweaks that don't coincide, that don't click with each other. You'll start having issues. Like I have a tweak called Crash Reporter that allows me it tells me what tweak is causing the crash. That way I can go into Cydia and I can delete it. Or if something's causing my phone to go crazy and I can't get into it, I can do a safe reboot and hold up on the volume, and it puts my iPhone in safe mode. That allows me to go into Cydia to download the bad tweak.
Nice.
I mean, but that's just stuff I've learned over time. How to uninstall bad tweaks and how to go into iFile. Because when you jailbreak, you can get a tweak called iFile. And this file system lets you to plumb into the file system of the iPhone. So I can plumb into the file system of the iPhone and do several things. I can make my own themes. What was that theme I had off CJ Manning, Kepler? That he had it in beta. Yeah. He didn't. It wasn't in Cydia. He wasn't profiting off of them, but he sent me a beta copy of it. So I had to extract all the files, and then I made my own theme and put it into my theme folders. That once I rebooted my iPhone, it was in Cydia. I had to put it in the Winterboard, which is a theming platform that allows you to theme your iPhone. And once I did that, I was able to get on there and do that stuff. But like I said, there's thousands of things you can do when you jailbreak your iPhone if you like doing stuff like that.
Wow, that's cool.
It's just as I said, it's. I suppose in some respects, for somebody that goes out and spends, say, $500 or $600 on an iPad or an iPhone, it's probably quite understandable that people would feel quite anxious and nervous about trying to do a jailbreak because they'd be scared and worried that they might end up breaking their iPhone or their iPad. But trust me, there's no physical way that you can damage the actual device itself because it's perfectly safe. And if anything was to go wrong, you can just do a restore using iTunes and just restore it back to factory settings. So there's cool. there's no worries in that respect. But yeah, it's just me and Mike. We're big Apple fanboys, and we've enjoyed jailbreaking for many years, and I'm hoping that maybe at some point, maybe in maybe even in this Blab session, somebody will come in and that maybe knows also a little bit about jailbreaking that can come and share their experiences with what me and Mike have been talking about, because it is when you jailbreak, you talk to a special community of people all over the world that specialise in jailbreaking, and there's a whole dedicated community out there across the world that do this, and I follow many people on YouTube and Twitter that do jailbreaking, that actually make their own tweaks that work on an iPhone. So you've got app developers, you've got people that write their own special applications for the iPhone for jailbreaking, and there's a lot of work that's involved. It's my hats go off to these developers and my hat actually goes off to all the app developers that make applications on iOS, because some of the applications you can download off the App Store are pretty amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just saying, Mike, my hat goes off to all these app developers. Not just people that make Cydia tweaks, but I'm talking about all the people that make applications on iOS, because a lot of these iOS applications you can download are pretty amazing, and so my hats go off to these developers, that make these apps. Oh
yeah, absolutely. And it's like I was telling you, you have excuse me, I have GitHub and open source where I can get on there, and you have people that does these tweaks and themes that get on there and they run their own. They can do their own coding and find out what tweaks they can edit or add stuff. I mean, these guys are geniuses that can get on here and do this stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. They really know what they're doing. It's a shame that Here's a question for you, Mike. What do you think Steve Jobs would say now if he was still alive regarding the progression that Apple have made over the last few years, and like with the iPhone and the iPad? Do you think he'd be proud of Tim Cook and the rest of the team at Apple with the products that are being made at the moment by Apple? I think he'd be proud.
I do too. I mean, because this was kind of the same dream that he had. I mean, you know, so the way it's evolved, the way the iPhone and all that stuff is, I think he'd be happy.
I think he would. It's a shame he's not alive now to witness, because he was basically a genius, and so many people thought the world of him. And like when he died, I mean, it was kind of like everyone across the world was absolutely, well, I mean, you could go to Apple stores and people were like laying candles outside Apple stores and stuff like that. And he was just, he changed the world. He just changed a lot of the things that we have these days in technology. People take for granted, but if it weren't for people like Steve Jobs, we wouldn't have them. We wouldn't have the things that we can do these days. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's amazing. It really is.
So
I think he'd be happy.
I think he would, and I think Tim Cook's doing an amazing job. You know, I wasn't too sure what to make of Tim Cook when he first took over Apple as CEO. I didn't really know what to make of him, but actually, I think he's a decent guy, and certainly the team behind, you know, the team.
Johnny Ive, the designer, the guy Johnny Ive, he's man. He's designer,
and he's worked for Apple right from the start, pretty much. You know.
Well, Steve Jobs brought him in when he was real young, you know, and he's I don't know what kind of spot he has at Apple now. He's like the head designer, chief engineer.com, some crazy stuff. He's a big wheel.
But it's good that Apple are doing so well. I mean, I know that they were in trouble many years ago and they almost went bankrupt.
But like I said, next week on episode 2. What we need to do, Ben, is me and you need to get together before the show and get down to, you know, talk about 5-6 topics that we want to bring up in the show and leave it to that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like first topic. Let's talk about a tweak called, like today, for instance. I'll tell you, just in the city of today, what new tweaks come out. But the main thing I'm going to do is get another device that I'm just going to use mainly to test out tweaks and things. That's it. That way I'll have it on hand and I won't be using my own phone. But you know, just today there's updates in Flux, Flip Switch. There's a tweak called AppBox for iOS 9.
Yeah.
Certain things. I mean, just every day, every week they're coming out with new tweaks.
And also there's, you know, for people that want to get, you know, not that I'd encourage people to try and download free music without buying it, but there's even if somebody wants to get some free music onto their iDevice, you can do that if you're jailbroken. There's ways and means of doing that. I wouldn't encourage anyone to do it because obviously with artists out there that, you know, that rely on people buying albums, you know, but there's you can go to YouTube and just type in iOS jailbreak and you'll find that there's thousands of videos out there, not just necessarily showing you how to jailbreak, but also
this is a tweak that came out today that this guy's showing what you can do when you jailbreak. Just certain things you can't do unless you jailbreak it. This is a new tweak called Snapper that came out today.
Wow.
But this, like I said, that's just stuff that came out today that, you know, I want to start testing out on a spare device. That way each show I can test out all these tweaks and I can give a brief description about them and, you know, possibly make a video and stuff and show what they do. Like here's a tweak called Taj. You've seen Taj, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that lets you do gestures to close out of your phone. That way you don't have to hit the home button.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. But YouTube offers all kinds of stuff for let me find this one video that I think everybody here will find amazing. The 100 reasons why you should jailbreak your iPhone. Just 1 minute.
Uh-oh. Ben, you went black.
Did he leave? What happened to him?
Hello?
He's there.
Okay,
You're back.
I
don't know. It went
happened.
completely black, and then you may have hit camera. That's usually what makes it go black. Sups. Hey, Monroe, how you doing?
All
right, you
still
ready?
recording.
Wait a minute. Let me find a good video way you should. Here's a little. This is a no.
Okay,
This is
what
3
is
years
happening
ago,
here?
but this is a good.
Ben, can you hear Mike?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear both y'all, but it sounds like he can't hear you.
Well, I think there's a few technical issues here. My apologies, everyone. I think we've lost Mike and Joe, but I'm going to see if they'll rejoin. Joe, I don't quite know if you're still there.
What's up?
I don't know what happened there. It just froze.
Hey, it's Beta for you. What's up? I'm on top. Hey, can y'all see? Can y'all see me?
Yeah, fine. I don't know what happened there. It just froze.
This is an old video, but here's 100 reasons why you should jailbreak your iPhone that you can't do. It's an old video now. Keep in mind. Man, that's an old video. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's all right. Those would be important to me, probably. The old things.
I remember when you used to have to jailbreak your phone to add widgets and stuff in your notification center. Stuff you can do now with iOS 9 and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That's an old video, but like I said, man, I'd be here all day.
We could spend hours and hours and hours here on Blab talking about jailbreaking, and there's literally thousands and thousands of different.
Here, this guy here, everything Apple Pro. There's a setup I want.
Yeah, he's got a nice setup there behind him.
Wow.
This guy is.
Whether or not you've been doing it for a while, I want to show you the top 25 things you can do after jailbreaking. But more importantly, I want to show you that jailbreaking isn't going anywhere. It's going to be around for a while, and here's why. With these 25 things, this is what makes jailbreaking a reality. This is why jailbreaking still exists, because of all the cool things, all the useful things you can still do with your device. And I'm so happy to share these things with you, whether or not you're deciding whether or not should I jailbreak, or if you've been doing it for a while. Here are the top 25 things you can do after jailbreaking your device. So let's go ahead and get started on the list. No way is this in any order. I'm just going to be naming these off randomly. However, the number one thing that stands out to everybody is the true ability to customize the uncustomizable. Every aspect of your device can see a refresh, a change. For example, I'll just show you a few. In the background, I have the weather board running. It's a tweak, and as you can see, it grabs the weather from where I am. Here's Barrel, a nice transition tweak like that. Here's Mini Player on the side right here. Some little music player taken from iTunes, the newest version. It is so cool. The amount of stuff you can do is literally limitless. There is so much, and I have a ton of videos on my channel showcasing all of this. There's just too much to list. But besides adding functionality, you can change the look of your device drastically. For example, here's a turnip. It's an Apple Watch UI installed, and I have Aeris, a theme from Winterport running simultaneously, and man, it does change up the look of your device. We're so used to looking at the same operating system. It's nice to have a change, and not just changing the look of your keyboard as Apple added in iOS 8. This is a true customization. You can change the look of your springboard. Not only that, your settings, your notifications menu, your control center, true themes, and icon customization. If you guys pay for tethering, with a jailbreak, you can say goodbye to that. TetherMe is one example of it. There's also MyWi. There's a lot of these. And they add a free personal hotspot for a one-time fee of $5 for this guy. You guys can get unlimited personal hotspot. And Verizon, for me, charges $20 a month. You'll no longer have to pay that service fee. It's unlimited, and they can never find out. It's truly one of the best reasons to jailbreak. With a jailbreak, you can set any song as your ringtone. Any Ring is a good example of this. It'll take any music from your library and turn it into an SMS sound, a ringtone, whatever you want. So I can choose one that I have in my actual songs and then make one based on here. So not only that,
like I said, man, these guys make these videos. You can learn a lot, you know, go on YouTube and watch these videos. These guys are the bomb, ain't they, Ben? I mean, really.
No.
And you remember, Ben, when we used to have to jailbreak to put like share menus in the notification center or weather and stuff?
Yeah.
These used to be jailbreak tweaks that now Apple has implemented it on the iPhone, like Control Center. Look at your iPhone 3GS and look at the stuff you can't do on that phone because it's an older device. But because of jailbreakers and guys learning how to do this stuff, Apple has implemented a lot of jailbreak tweaks. How many would you say, Ben, into the iOS?
Loads. Because the thing is, obviously, Apple know about jailbreaking, and I'm sure that what they probably do is they'll actually jailbreak one of their devices to see what actually can be accomplished. And so, obviously, if there's any tweaks or anything that Apple think, well, okay, actually, that's pretty cool, you know, maybe we should incorporate that onto our actual iOS system, you know, in the next update. And
I mean, like Force Touch on the iPhone 6s, that remember OXO, or what was that tweak? Was it OXO that allowed you to hit on an icon and opened up different share sheets and different stuff? Now that comes in iOS 9 with the iPhone 6s, but it's called Force Touch, 3D Touch.
It's like also in iOS 9. There's obviously when you bring down your notification screen, you can swipe across and you can, like, say, for argument's sake, in a text message, if Mike was to send me a text message, I'll get the notification and I can swipe across and actually reply to his text message without having to open up the messaging application. Now, you can do that all within iOS 9 now, but you never used to be able to, but yet you could when you were jailbroken, because obviously there were people out there that bought a tweak out that will allow you to, instead of having to open up your messaging application all the time to reply to somebody's message, you could do it from the notifications menu. Well, you can now do that in iOS 9, and that was all brought across from jailbreaking. Obviously, Apple have seen certain tweaks and things that people have done when they've got a jailbroken device, and they thought, well, that's an excellent idea. We'll have to incorporate that into iOS, you know. And this is what Apple are starting to do now. They're starting to realise that a lot of these developers and a lot of these people that make these customization tweaks when you're jailbroken, a lot of this stuff that they do are good. And this is why Apple are now starting to incorporate a lot of that stuff within iOS 9. And I think that maybe eventually, I don't know if you'll agree with me, Mike, I think that they should include, you know, like we can have widgets on our home screen with iWidgets. Well, I think eventually Apple should just let us be able to do that straight off the bat, you know, without being jailbroken.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'll show you. I mean, like, it's amazing. You can change your fonts and everything on iPhone.
If I can ask a question, and I apologize, my eyes are kind of glazing over now. It's just like so much stuff. But that last video you showed, Mike, the gentleman mentioned something about tethering and using unlimited data.
Yeah. There's jailbreak tweaks called hold on, that you can buy in Cydia that gives you Wi-Fi hotspots, that allows you to hook up to unlimited tethering and all kinds of crazy stuff when you jailbreak. Like a tweak, there's a jailbreak tweak called IntelliID, and this tweak, it's a $20 tweak, but what it does is it's a name caller ID for your iPhone. No more guessing. So anybody that calls that you don't have in your contacts, it'll show up who's calling, and it's called IntelliID. And then, you know, My 3G, these are IntelliScreen X. That was a tweak that add thousands of functions onto your notification center. You think Wi-Fi hotspot, all these ones you was talking about. I mean, there's, when you go in Cydia, it gives you a library. You got to put in, you got to put in repos, respiratories, and then what this does allow you to go into Cydia that tells you the themes that comes out. And that's how you find everything. And then you can test it.
I think the mobile tethering Joe's quite interested in, because obviously what it'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to tether your, say for argument's sake, your iPad. It'll allow you to tether it to your iPhone's data plan, so you could actually utilise your iPhone's internet connection on your iPad through Wi-Fi. You know,
right? I go through data, and when I go to a NASCAR race, I go through the maximum amount of data that I can buy within about 3 days. So I want to be on Wi-Fi as much as I can.
There's this tweak here. I mean, it allows you to. That's how you learn about the tweaks in Cydia. Once you see the tweak, you can run down and read about the functionality in it. Then it tells you what it does. That way, you install it on your phone. You can go into settings and test these tweaks out.
So is that
back in the day? They used to.
Is that like an app store? Can we see what's available without jailbreaking, or do you need to jailbreak to get the information?
You jailbreak it. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna show you. This is how you jailbreak. I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you, but my buddy's gonna show you. If y'all want to see, I mean,
is there something? Is there a reason why you wouldn't show it?
No, I'm going to show you. I mean, this is how I learn, and is these videos of these guys how they jailbreak. But there's no
question of like morality or anything like that.
No, here you go.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? The iOS 9 jailbreak for Mac is finally here, and I'm going to show you right now how to jailbreak your device from your Mac. So first of all, we want to go to Settings. Make sure that Touch ID and passcode is turned off. Make sure that Find My iPhone is turned off, or you're signing out of iCloud. Make sure airplane mode is enabled. Make sure your device is connected to your Mac. And now let's head over to our Mac. Find the download for the Pongu tool for Mac on our downloads page. Once you download it, save it to your desktop. Double-click this little icon here. Click Open. You want to make sure that iTunes is closed out first, so we're going to do that first. Quit. All right, now let's double-click on it again. Click Open. And we're ready. It recognizes your device. So it recognized mine. Make sure it does yours as well. And we're just going to click Start. And now you'll see this message.
This is how easy it is to jailbreak your iPhone.
Already back up. And we are ready to go.
Once you do is you jailbreak it and it installs Cydia, which is an alternative to the App Store. It's an underground App Store that allows you to customize your phone.
Yours will take a little longer, but I wanted to show you.
But these guys that makes these tools to jailbreak, they find exploits in the code, in the kernels, in iOS, and that's how they come up with the tool to jailbreak. Because they find these guys are bad. They're geniuses.
So there's a question of Mike. Can you put a link in the chat?
Just like this, and then you'll see this message.
I will. I know what he's talking about.
I was going to say completed.
I'll finish this.
Cool. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Final cleanup. We're done. That easy, folks. Super
wow.
Easy, super simple.
Whew.
Jailbroken on iOS 9. So once you boot back up, you want to unlock your device.
I disappeared.
You want to launch Cydia.
First
of all, you need to turn on airplane mode, so do that first. Then launch Cydia. And now you're going to see this preparing files.
Now it's putting the files on there.
It's going to take a while on your device.
It takes about 5 minutes, maybe. A couple minutes.
Reboot. You're going to unlock, and you're going to launch Cydia, and we're done, folks. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you jailbreak iOS 9 using the Pongu tool for Mac.
And then that there gives you all the tweaks and themes, and then you got to add repos and stuff that allows you to find all this stuff you need.
If you want to, I don't know if you want to post the link to that video in the chat, Mike.
Yeah, hold on, I'll send it.
Wow, that was cool. Thanks, Mike.
And also, you can probably watch that, Joe, because if say for argument's sake, not that I'm saying you will, but if you did decide to maybe try and have a go, you can watch that video, and it's a step-by-step video that obviously shows you exactly how to do it.
Check that theme out. Look at that theme. That's a theme for an iPhone.
Now that's not the standard iOS icons. Now that's what can be accomplished when you've got a jailbroken iPhone.
Wow.
Yeah, and the name of this theme, that's a bad theme. I got to buy that. Animal theme. Second page done for Maz ZZ. So it's MAZ capital Z2. That's a bad thing. So you want me to send a link for that?
I'm not sure what he's asking, but I assume it's probably the video.
A big hello to Mason that's joined. Also want to give a big hello to Alex.
Alex, how you doing, man?
Big hello to you, Alex. And also a big hello to Tikawa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
Monroe tweet Tikawa. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I've obviously given you, Mike, and you, Joe, already a shout out. I can give you another one as well, but there you go.
Oh, no, okay. So yeah, Alex, long time no see, man. How you doing?
Hold on, guys.
So Joe, how was NASCAR? I know I was watching some of your, changing the subject very, very briefly. I know that I was watching a couple of your live streams on Meerkat when you were at NASCAR. Did you have a great time?
Yeah, it was a pretty good time. The two big things that happened is yesterday's race was delayed by 6.5 hours by rain, and all the fans stayed. They stayed in the rain for 6.5 hours. And then the season ends this coming Sunday. It's the final race.
Cool.
So, and I think Alex and I think I was on Alex's Blab about NASCAR. So,
cool.
He works on some of the shows and stuff. But, yeah, so anyway, there was a chance that I was going to go to Miami. And
who was won that video?
No,
sorry, Joe,
you go right ahead, Mike. That was just to kill time. So, yeah. Hey, Troy.
Hey, Troy, welcome to iOS Jailbreak Spot with me and my friend Mike and my good friend Joe here.
I think he's an app dude. Yeah, app maker. Hey, Troy, I know you from Meerkat.
So, hey, Troy, nice to meet you, Troy. We're talking about everything relating to jailbreaking your iOS device. And this is going to be like a new series of Blab sessions that me and Mike are going to be hosting. Probably maybe once or twice a week. We're going to be covering various different topics of jailbreaking and such like. So
cool, Mike.
There's the link.
Sweet, man.
I mean, but the true dogs in this city and iOS jailbreaking stuff is, like Ben said, the best thing to do is go into YouTube, type in how to jailbreak iOS 9. Then once you learn how to jailbreak, play around with it a little bit, then type in what is the top 10 repos for iOS 9 in Cydia. And once you do that, you find out these repositories that gives you different tweaks and all this jazz. Then you type in the top 25 tweaks, and then you learn the tweak. I mean, there's thousands. Wow. I mean, these guys are. I'm just a rookie in all this. I've been doing it for 5 years, but I'm a rookie. I mean, yeah, I know how to jailbreak. I know how to test out tweaks and things. I know how to uninstall them if things go haywire. But these guys that know how to code, which I've been doing, I've been taking some classes on Java. Sweet. I mean, on the, a little bit on Swift, and that's the iOS language they use, and Objective-C. I've been trying to learn a little bit. I love that stuff, and I want to go back to school.
Oh, really,
Joe.
Man?
Well, see, when I went a semester for computer science 20 years ago, that's what I didn't have no idea about all this stuff, but I was into computers, and then that's when I started working in the coal mines and got married, and I want to go back to school because now I've turned into a true geek, and I love this stuff.
And it's timely. When y'all were talking about Steve Jobs, I was going to mention, I've got a computer science degree or engineering science degree, but it's, 25 years old. So none of it applies these days. So yeah, that would be cool to take timely classes.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
So I don't know. Where'd Ben go? He'd step out.
Yeah, he said he needed to step away. I'm not sure why. But, he needed to. And Troy,
what?
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just thinking about each episode. Like I said, this is Welcome to iOS Jailbreak Spot. Like our first show, just introduction, talking a little bit about Cydia and iPhones and all that stuff. But episode 2, what I'm wanting to do is with Ben is go over the topics. You know what I mean? Like if beginners are wanting to know the top 5 reasons to jailbreak, the top 5 themes, yada yada. That's what I hope we can get all that working for the show. Somebody's wanting to join in. Let's see what's up. I hope it's these guys that maybe he's a developer.
We'll see. Yeah, Mason. We'll see.
See, that's why.
Hey, Mason, how are you?
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
Good.
You like iPhones?
No.
What do you have? I'm sorry. Do you have an Android? Sorry, Mason. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Couldn't hear you, bud. Go ahead. How you doing?
Man.
So hey.
Be careful.
Awesome. It's nice to meet you, buddy. You doing okay? Where are you from?
Are they talking to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking to you.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, bye, Mason. You didn't have to go, bud.
Bye. See you later, pal.
So it sounds like you weren't a fan of Apple, but yeah, I was wondering if you're on an Android or what else you're on. So thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah. Android. Yeah.
Oh, Mike, everybody has lovers.
I've had a couple Galaxies and Galaxy 4, what is it? Galaxy 4S or 3S, whatever. And I just never could get into Android devices.
Right.
And then once I picked up an iPhone and started each year, because I've had like you, the 3, the 3GS, the 4, 4S, I've had every one of them. And it just, it feels like it's a part of me, you know? I mean, I don't know. People like what they like, and that's just
I think I'm sold on them, but I think it's because the accessibility. But yeah,
but it's once you jailbreak your iPhone, you have to be careful, and if you start downloading a bunch of repos that are from a bunch of notorious hackers, whatever, they can put viruses and stuff on your phone if you install wrong certain tweaks or certain things that you shouldn't be downloading on your iOS device. And thanks to my Jailbreak Movies or Apple Jailbreaker or all these guys on YouTube, I mean, they tell you what's up, and it's pretty cool.
Now, I think Troy Humphrey's in the room, and Troy, I don't know you too well from Meerkat, but I know we both stream and we both view, and I know you're something to do with apps. So if you want to come in, and if you're about, by the way, I know nothing. Ben, who stepped away. Who stepped away, and Mike know a bunch about iOSs and jailbreaking, and I know nothing. But anyway, if you want to step in, I'm sure your experience. Anyway, you can have questions or answers. So, but
yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna put another link in the brief description box down here, and I'll give another link to that video that tells you how to install iOS 9 on a Mac. Which I need to put a link on how to install iOS on a Windows machine.
I bet that'd be cool.
I'll do that. I'm gonna check it out.
Now,
for
do
everybody.
You do GIFs at all? Those GIFs and whatever.
GIFs, yeah, you can install GIFs and animated GIFs.
When I just told a little bird, it had a spinning, like a processing GIF at the bottom. Do you know? Is that your all's GIF? Did that happen to you?
No, I didn't see it.
Because you don't have to tell a little bird, just click it and see what it gives you. So if you click it once, it says recording.gif, and it's just spinning like it's processing. So you all did you add a GIF to your all's like this show? Oh wow!
No,
it's showing you and me right now.
Oh yeah, like when we tell a little bird, it gives a little animated GIF.
Oh, I've never seen it. I've just seen it spinning. So okay.
Well, that I think that come in with the Blab update. You know,
be right back, Ben. Okay, Ben's going to be right back. So
I'm still here. I'm still here, guys. So I'm just taking a gander and looking at some stuff here. So I didn't leave nobody.
Can you hear me?
Who, me?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay, good. Okay.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see and hear both of us. So I didn't know if you dropped out. So okay, yeah, cool.
No, I'm just going to get a link on how to install iOS
Sure.
9 for Windows. You know.
Sure.
So what have you been up to, man?
Not much. Just the usual. NASCAR races aren't usually on the basic channels, and it was supposed to be on the basic channel NBC yesterday. So I was pretty excited, but it rained out and was delayed, so I didn't get to see it. It went to NBCSN, but it was cool. I watched it on other things, online and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about the end of the year. It's my driver is one of the 4 drivers that are in the final championship. So I'm pretty excited. It's I don't know if I think you said you know a little bit, you follow a little bit, but anyway.
It's been a couple of years ago. I went to Charlotte, and then I went to
cool.
Bristol. But that's years
Jeff
ago.
Gordon's one of the final 4, and Kyle Busch is my driver, and Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. Those are the 4 that can win the championship. So we'll find out on Sunday.
Oh. Awesome, man. Like I said, I haven't been to races. I'd love to go. I haven't been in a long time.
Well, I'm on Meerkat pretty often, and there's some couple newer streamers there, and one is a radio station, and they're giving away tickets to this final race. So I actually won tickets to the 3 races, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I won 2 tickets for each. But I think I'm going to overnight them back to them because I don't think my cat, I think I told you that my cat got hurt. So I can't go with my cat.
And on the bottom here, I just are you on a Mac or
I
Windows?
am on an IBM compatible Lenovo laptop or whatever it is. I don't think it's a laptop.
Well, I'm on my MacBook Air, and I updated the Yosemite or El Capitan, so it allows I can do split screen. I have. I can touch in the green button on my Mac, and I can do split screen where I can have Blab on my left side, and then I have opened up Safari on my right. That way hopefully anybody asks us any questions on certain videos you'd like to see to help you install stuff, I'll find the videos for them, and I'll put the link in the description down bottom. We'll see how that goes.
That's pretty cool. So how to install Cydia on iOS 9. That's cool. Now, Monroe said, go Ford, he. As I don't know if he's talking about Ford, the car manufacturer, or Ford sponsors all 3 races. But I'm trying to think if there's a Ford in the Final 4. I don't think so. Kyle's Toyota. Jeff is Chevrolet. Martin, I think, is Chevrolet. And Kevin is, I don't know what Kevin is. I should know. I think there's no Ford in it. But anyway.
I don't know.
But I should know. That's something I should know. Sorry about that. But I don't mean to hijack. Let's get back to jailbreaking.
Well, like I said, I'm just looking at some links here and stuff. I'm getting ready to put another one on here if people want to watch that can help you. It's how to jailbreak iOS 9 with Pangu on iOS 9.0.2, 9.0.1. Your firmware update 9.0 on an iPhone, because obviously an iPhone has updates all the time. At first was jailbreak. It was iOS 9. Then they did an update. It was iOS 9.0.1 that updated bug fixes and security and so on. But you got to watch. If you update to, let's say iOS 9.1 is not jailbreakable because they ain't found the exploits to that enables the jailbreak tool to work, and you update your iPhone to that firmware, you're stuck. You won't be able to jailbreak until one comes out. So you got to watch stuff like that to see what kind of firmware you're on. Only thing that's jailbreakable right now is iOS 9 below, and iOS 9.0.1, 9.0.2, But once you get to 9.1, it's not jailbreakable right now.
So do you?
At the moment.
So do you have to redo it every time? Like, do you have to install 9.0.1 and then jailbreak it, and then reinstall 9.0.2 and then jailbreak it?
No. Once you update, once Apple comes out with an update, okay, like I'm on iOS 9. Let's see what I'm on right now. I think I'm on iOS 9.0.1. So if a jailbreak would come out for iOS 9.1, I would have to hook my phone to iTunes, back everything up, which saves all my data, all my apps, and then I would have to, turn everything off like instructed. You got to turn off Find My Wi-Fi or Find My iPhone, and then you got to hook it up to the jailbreak tool, and then that allows it to jailbreak. Okay. But if you update, if this jailbreak only works on iOS 9. All the way to 9.0.2, and you update to 9.1, and the jailbreak tool don't work because it ain't compatible with 9.1, you're stuck on that 9.1 firmware, just a plain old iPhone, until they come out the jailbreak that is, compatible with the 9.1 firmware.
Wow.
Are you following?
I kind of think, but
here?
Where does all that jailbreak stuff go when, like, whatever setup you had for 9.0.1 or 2, where does that go if you have to be stuck on 9.1?
Well, if you update, Apple only leaves a window open to downgrade. I said, if iOS 9.1 comes out and you update to 9.1 and you find out it ain't jailbreakable, you have about a week for the window to be open for you to downgrade back to the jailbreakable firmware.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Makes sense. But if you let that window of the week, pass by, you'll be stuck on iOS 9.1 because you ain't gonna be able to downgrade. See, they used to be able, when iOS 7 and 6 was out, you could downgrade. You could save your SH blobs, which allowed you to go into. Yeah, I ain't gonna go into it because there's
it's
several
all too
things.
much for me.
But yeah, Mike, can you put a link in the description? This guy, I put one there. But like I said, these guys that you can go on YouTube and watch their videos, that's basically how when the iPhone 3GS, that's when, I started getting to jailbreaking and learned about it. But, I went to YouTube and watched everything. And then basically I've learned everything I know on YouTube. I mean, it got to where I was taking screens apart and I could repair them. But I can't now. I mean, they've got so sophisticated now, I just don't fool with it. But from the iPhone 5 down, I could repair a screen and put a new, digitizer and all that good stuff in it. But now with these, all these sensors and stuff, heck no. Ain't no way I'd touch a screen.
So you're occasionally glitching like a robot, but not all the time. Just very little, like 5% of the time. Yeah. Very little.
I wish Ben would come back.
Yeah, and I'm pretty hungry. I may have to walk to the restaurant and get some food.
Me text. Oh, I hear that. I'm gonna text Ben and see if he wants to close out this episode 1, and then, like I said, we can give a link or something when we want to do episode 2. But like I told Ben, we're gonna name these episodes, which he didn't on the first one. Well, that way we could keep it.
I don't know. I plan on keeping it here or around or got notifications, but he tried to start this like 2 or 3 or 4 times. So I bet the first original had a title, and then it kept crashing, or I don't know what the problem was, but he had to keep restarting it.
Well, like I said, what I plan on doing is, like, I'm gonna keep a little chart of what we're doing. Like episode 2, I'm gonna write down what tweaks and things we want to go over, and that way we can keep a record of all this stuff. I like being manageable. I don't like going to go into each show talking about the same
exactly.
thing.
That's a good idea.
Oh man, but this chair is my desk chair is a burden to get back, boy. But my dad ordered this mic and all this stuff for me. Samsung. I don't know. Is my voice? I mean, my sound, is it clear and stuff? Come in pretty clear, or is that? Obviously, we get that robot and them glitchy spots, but I think
right. Yeah, that has nothing to do with the mic. Yeah,
personally.
I think you sound very clear. Yeah, you sound good. That's a heck of a setup.
Ben just take. Yeah, he got it for me. I mean, that's pretty
so
cool.
You're using that mic right now?
I like it.
Oh, I thought
yeah,
I thought it was like
right
in
now.
storage. I thought it was like behind you. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
See it? But like I said, I bought it so I can do the videos. I'm gonna start doing the jailbreak videos myself.
Now, you see those screens in front of the mics on TV, but I never knew what that is. That is a filter, right? That's not really for the spit or anything. Your mic has the big screen in front of it. What's that for? Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a filter. I mean, I've tested out my voice on the feedback, but I don't know if it really needs to be up there or not, the mic. I just got this in the mail 2 days ago when Dad shipped it to me. But yeah, I've made a few jailbreak videos. I used to be into it, and we had our YouTube channel. It's called Coast to Coast Jailbreak Tweaks, and that's what me and Ben did there at one time. But you know, I don't know. I got out of it. I was going to show you a video I made, and I made this on Final Cut Pro. Let's see if I can find it, and I'll let you check it out.
Is it on YouTube? Is that where you put it?
No, I did on YouTube, but I ain't been on there so long. I've made a few videos. But I plan on really getting into it, you know, learning and making some really, really good videos.
I haven't seen them yet, but I didn't think about. I said, I'll type to him also. That's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't.
Who, Ben?
I just verbally said, "Okay, Ben, we'll see you when you get back." You know, but typing to him, you know, it goes to him.
I've made I've made a few logos for the show. I made that one.
Nice. Jailbreak what?
Let's see. But personally, iOS Jailbreak Spot. And another thing on Instagram, I do these. I post themes and certain new themes that comes out and stuff. I got my Instagram channel where I post them and show the themes. So, you know, I do several things. I mean, I'm trying to learn how to do all this and get into it. But these guys that's been doing it for years, I made this video, Joe. Hold on. This is my. Hold on a minute. You can laugh if you want. Hey, this is my. Here it comes. Hey, this is my. I did this, made it myself.
Jailbreak Spot, and this is my first video of our new channel. And this tweak I'm about ready to show you is for all you bot SMS people out there. It's called Columba. I think I'm pronouncing it right, Columba. So let's take a look at it.
No problem, Ben.
So you have to add a repo for this tweak to work.
I think we're fading, Ben.
Just a minute, but Columba is from the Moot J.
But you know, I'm gonna make little videos like that, show you how to install these tweaks and how to implement it into your iPhone and make them, you know, work.
No, that's good.
Like I said, I know it's boring, so I'm gonna get off.
You know, the first time I met Ben, I was like, well, I've done hundreds of meerkats, which are live, but I've never done a video. I've never done a YouTube. So
I've made a few of them. I mean, I have a few stored and stuff, but Ben, he's made some
I've
really
seen
good
some
videos.
of them, not many. I wish I've seen more, but and I guess it's the same thing. But to me, I'm just as scared to do YouTube as I was with meerkat. But I've done 400 meerkats, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I made this video, Joe, when I first got Final Cut. Let's see if I can get it to work for you. It's crazy. I turned off my Wi-Fi, so I'm just on my. I went Thanksgiving and I made this.
It's
well, come on, play you dummy.
I'm Jason. It shows I'm Jason, but it's rotating.
I'm stupid.
What is that, an ET, extraterrestrial?
What I was doing, Joe, I was playing this character at an exhibition.
Come on, it looks like all those killer movies. It looks like one of those guys.
Well, it was. Yeah. I was being Jason, and I was sitting on this electric chair when the trolley went by. The people on the, that's coming in looking at the exhibition coal mine because it was Halloween.
Did you act like a statue, and then when people got close, you jumped at them?
Yeah, that's great. Well, Joe, I'm gonna have to get off here.
Yeah, he said won't be long, but I don't know how long that was going to be.
I don't know what happened.
I can hang out to wait for him to come back, but I'm not going to interact. I'm going to just be on Meerkat on my 2 devices. But yeah, I can hang out.
Well, dang it, I hate just leaving it open.
I'll wait.
I don't know what to do. Hey, did you see this guy that was checking us out? Troy Humphrey, founder of the blabchannel.com, seeking individual and group talent on Blab to promote and feature on my site.
That's the gentleman I know from Meerkat, sort of. We don't know each other really well, but he was the one I was inviting in, and you said, yeah, he ought to come in.
Yeah, he's got his own. Wow.
Now, what I've noticed, it appears. Oh, no problem.
I'm still here. I'm just looking at his website.
For Blab, you can open up as many tabs as you want and listen to as many sessions as you want. But it seems like more people are doing that these days. So
I'm gonna put it in and see if we can get anything going. Let's see. Name required, profile. Well, I can do it later because he's wanting a lot of things. But I think I'm gonna check him out and sign up for it because it could promote our what we want to do.
He seems like a pretty good guy.
I'm gonna send him a message here and
sweet.
I'd like to check him out.
It's all about connections, networking.
Networking. I don't think. Maybe being had a family.
Yeah, usually, but yeah. I mean, I can. Never mind. I don't think I'm a co-host. So yeah, I guess I couldn't be the one to.
I was looking at all the services here. But definitely on this. Yeah, I mean, definitely on this site. I'd like to get it to where we could be talking about, iOS and have a way where we can show each tweak and give a brief description on the tweaks and just have a schedule around my work schedule, around Ben's work schedule. That way we can do a show each week and have it, a show where we can go over each topic of, like, let's say we have a show, iOS Jailbreak Spot, episode 2. Let's talk about the top 5 tweaks this week.
That'd be cool.
That'd be their list. You know what I mean? Just organization. I've got to have some organization. I can't be all the pieces. I just fall apart unless I'm organized.
I guess I did wing a lot of my Meerkats, but they weren't. It's not real pleasurable to just wing them because people. Sorry, stepped away for a moment. How's it going? Pretty good, Troy.
Yeah, Troy. I mean, we're very interested checking your webpage out and stuff, and definitely. Seems like it's a cool thing going on.
Yeah, man. So, that was it. He just going to check you out. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what is this? You do Meerkat.
I used to. I don't do anything
Blab, right?
now. But yeah, I used to do a bunch. Yeah.
I hear you. So what's your is Meerkat? Do you like Meerkat better?
It depends what the purpose is. I'm just shying away from all the cameras, but if I had to pick one, I would pick Blab because 4 people can communicate. But it's still beta and it's evolving and it's getting better all the time. But Meerkat's great. I mean, I don't want to choose. I would always probably use both. So, are you going to talk about jailbreaking? We have. I mean, I haven't been. I'm a nobody. But Mike and Ben have, and they're about to close up shop, I do believe. But
I mean, is he listening? Yeah. I mean, with this show, what we're going to try to get doing is basically have it organized and have it set up where each week we can talk about different, the top 5 tweaks that week that comes out, test all those tweaks out, and then give a brief description on how them tweaks can modify or customize your iOS device. And could be, Joe might like this tweak that customizes the app switcher. And Bob over here might like a tweak that customizes the UI and the the theme of the iPhone. So I mean, basically, I just want to go over a lot of different things and get this thing rolling. Me and Ben's talked about it. Hell, when I was down in Louisiana 2 years ago, I mean, we tried to get on Blog Talk Radio, and that was a big mess because I don't know, I just didn't care much for it. And as much passion we have in iOS and iPhones, I mean, I think we could really get something going here, but we have to have it manageable. You know what I mean?
Now,
we have to have it organized. We just can't go in here.
Troy wrote you a comment there, Mike. You can probably read it, but I think y'all are hoping to do a pretty consistent schedule, right? Like a certain day of the week or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to get, and I'll send you my Twitter account, and you see the link up there. That way you can send me, a schedule of what you want to do, and I can talk to Ben, and we can get this thing scheduled and get it working around my work days and Ben's work days. I was off today. I go back to work tomorrow, Wednesday, off Thursday. Then I work Friday, then off Saturday and Sunday. So we can get something rolling around our days off and get a schedule. Absolutely.
Sorry, were you talking to me or Troy? Oh, okay.
Everybody. I was talking to him.
Yeah, that's a good
just idea. Everybody. And then and I was looking on his website, and I was going to go ahead and sign up for it. But like I said, I got to talk to Ben.
Yeah, Ben's saying hold on.
Together on this.
But come on in, Ben. Let's close out the session and move on with our lives.
But yeah, like I said, each show is going to be, before the show, I'd like to talk with Ben and go over, the top, let's say 5 tweaks of the week that came out, and go over each tweak and talk about them.
That's a cool idea.
Hopefully it can help. That. And that's my idea, what I want to do. Have like iOS Jailbreak Spot, episode 2, top 5 tweaks of the week, November, the yada yada. And then I test out these 5 tweaks. Or Ben tests out 2, I test out 2, and then we both talk about 1 together. You know what I mean? Just something like that. And that's what I'm wanting to get going now. If I can get it off the floor or not, that's another question.
Yeah, man, this will work. You can.
This is what I'm wanting to be doing.
Well, it sounds like both of y'all have a lot of knowledge and passion and interest in jailbreaking. So that's cool.
We do, and me and Ben, we talk a lot, when we're off the line. Me and him, we communicate with each other every day. I mean, Ben's like my best friend that I've never met personally. Does that make sense? He's like my internet best friend.
Yeah. I guess I've learned a few people like that too. I have a couple online Meerkat friends kind of stuff.
I lost you, Joe, but I'm filling out this form over here for the gentleman.
Troy.
What was his name?
App Meerkat, except he has a different title here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Troy Humphreys, yeah. Then I'm gonna get him the Twitter handle, but yeah, definitely. I hope me and Ben and you know, Joe, anytime you want to join in, I mean, you're also always
Cool,
welcome.
I appreciate
You know
that. Am I still gone or am I here?
I can hear you,
Really?
but I can't see you.
Hey, Ahmad Ben.
Yeah.
Mike, can you see and hear me? Cool.
Yeah. How you
So
doing?
I don't know if
I
you're
can hear
watching the comments, but Ben keeps coming in and out. Ben,
Ben.
stay in here and close it out. But
Where'd you go,
hey,
Ben?
Ahmed Ben Fraj, how are ya? And Mr. Rex says, I'm with the Bitcoin community. How is everybody? I'm okay.
Awesome. How are you?
I don't know much about Bitcoin, but I don't believe that's the topic right now. But I've seen a lot of Meerkat sessions about Bitcoin, but not enough. I'm
just getting my YouTube URL right fast, guys. I'm still here on my channel.
Cool, man. Do what you want. You know, you can change the title too if you want. You can change it to test or anything like that.
Dope. Oh, I'm good, man. I'm just waiting on Ben to come back. What's he up to?
You probably know more than me. He said, hold on, guys,
buddy.
and then be right back. And I think that's the last thing he said.
All right. Peace out. Oh, Ben.
Now, I've never, it's been a while, but I assume co-host can close out the session if you wanted to close out the session.
It's up to you.
I'm not a co-host, I don't think. I'm just a guest. So, you know, in case, you know, I don't ever like to rush him in his personal, you know, when he has stuff going on.
Right.
But I am definitely hungry, and it's getting very cold out, and I definitely need to walk to the, you know, to the grocery store and the restaurant. So.
Okay, well, I'm just, you need to step out. We'll try to close out, and then we'll try to, you know, get this thing rolling some other time.
Troy is writing a couple comments there. It says, going to test this out.
Going to test this out, going to feature you for about 6 seconds. Watch your viewers increase. +1s are people on my site that are not logged into Blab.
How many we had. Right now I see +5. I don't know if he's already done it, but right now we have +5.
Yeah. Well, like I said, our show at the beginning was more hyped up and was into it, but we've definitely slowed down now. Ben had some personal issues that he had to address, so, you know, we had to get off for that, but I definitely hope this works out. I like to talk to Ben and get things going.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, Troy. Thanks for doing some of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what Ben had to go do.
I don't either. But since this is being recorded, it is being recorded.
I don't know.
But
well,
I don't know.
Yeah. So how's the weather up there?
It's starting to get pretty cold.
Neighborhoods?
Yeah, it's 30s by night and 50s maybe during the day, something like that. Be right back. Okay, TU Ron Rex. But
yeah.
How's the weather with you all?
It's just it's all right. I mean, it's
no
been a
snow
little cold
yet, right?
Sure.
I mean, y'all have snow up in that mountain or whatever you drive to.
Oh yeah, I mean it should start. Like this time last year, it was snowing quite a bit, but we ain't had nothing this thing so far. But I'm looking forward to any
I'm sure
time.
it's coming for sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah, man.
We'll see, I guess.
I'm sorry, what?
What do you? That's my wife. I said we'll see what the weather looks like. Hold on.
I don't know. You know, the +5s just became +14. So
I don't know. People watching the show now. Ben's not on here, people. So you know. Hey guys, I hate y'all joined in so late. Been in here earlier. We was going to, you know, try to get this show rolling and talk about more stuff. Each week, this is me and my co-host Ben Bedell. We're going to have a show where we're going to talk about iOS jailbreaking, or, you know, like each week, the top city of tweaks, and with these tweaks, how they customize and implement into your device. That way you can change them and add features and customize your icons and just certain things that can make your using of the iOS device a lot better than it being plain old James. So,
and
so who's Mr.
Yeah. Anyway,
call in.
Yeah, Mr. Rex. I don't know if we're necessarily going to talk about Bitcoin, but I don't know if you've been on Blab. This is kind of like an after show almost. It's not quite the regular show anymore. So, how you doing, Mr. Rex?
The volume all of a sudden went down.
The volume went down.
Are you on earbuds? He froze. Yeah, you look frozen. It does that when you jump in. Says that's Troy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all froze up.
It looks like you're frozen. That sometimes gets fixed if you go out and come back in. But earbuds always help. Earbuds always help audio. So
yeah, I see it. So he's back off now.
So yeah, I would say I mean I personally I would think it's a good idea to either change the title or log off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to log off. I'm gonna have to join this show another time, guys. I'm gonna have to log off. My wife's home from work, and you know how it is when you know the boss is calling me. But you know, I'm gonna give a next show on this iOS jailbreak. This is the first episode where we just gone here and talked a little bit and yakety yak about certain things.
Thanks,
but
Troy.
here's my co-host
Sorry,
joining in right now.
Sorry,
Ben.
guys. I had to take a phone call, so I'm sorry I had to drop out.
No problem. Mike's got to go.
All right, buddy.
Well, we all got to go. My wife's calling, but like I said,
yeah. Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mike's wife is home.
Tell him what's going on. Tell him that
30 minutes ago. So Mike really has to go, and I'm really hungry, so I have to go. But
there we go.
But yeah, it's good to have you back, Ben. So Mike, take care, man.
See you, Joe. Hey, but this guy, we need to get together.
I'm trying to make out what you're saying, but I can't.
I'm
probably going to end this episode. Hey, go on, Joe.
I'm not sure why I can hear both of y'all, but Mike has been touching base with Troy Humphrey, who's in the room, and I kind of know about him from Meerkat, but Mike's trying to connect with him about, you know, having him announce your all's Blab sessions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because each week,
listen, I'm going to say a big
so
thank
you
you to everyone who's joined tonight. I'm sorry I had to leave the Blab session for a while, but I had an important call to make. And Joe, as always, it's a pleasure having you in the Blab session, and also you, Mike. Me and Mike are going to be
thanking you.
Yeah, you too.
Me and Mike are going to be on here as I said, once or twice a week on a regular basis, talking about jailbreaking and anything that's tech related to Apple. It's not necessarily just about jailbreaking, but anything sort of tech related to Apple and stuff. Because me and Mike, we do like our gadgets and stuff. So, and
then
you know, our next Blab session is going to be a little bit more planned out, so to speak. You know, this is kind of just our welcome session here for everyone, just to let everyone know what it's going to
So-
be about.
Yeah, to get it,
Ben,
everybody get on here and blab. Blah, 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 blah.
Everybody can hear Mike but you, so maybe I'll let you know when he's talking, because
Yeah.
then the room can hear Mike. Why don't you go, Mike?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said,
Can't hear him.
what each week we'll be covering tweaks of the week, and if we learn about certain stuff, new tweaks coming out, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about we'll talk about GitHub. We'll talk about certain tweaks that work on your iPhone, and we'll talk about a little bit of everything.
Can you hear me,
coding and
Joe?
anything to do with your
I
iOS
can hear
device.
him, yes. I'm hearing everything.
I can't hear him at all.
Thanks, Mike. See you, Mike. Yeah, sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to keep interrupting you, but he was talking, and the room can hear him, but you couldn't.
Strange.
And Tron, I don't believe, if you don't mind, Ben, I'm going to tell T-Ron Rex that this is not the room to be talking about Bitcoin, but there's other sessions. You can find other people that care about Bitcoin, but there's not many of them. So bring it up with it. We're closing for the main thing.
Yeah, we're gonna be shutting. I'm gonna be shutting down this session now. So,
but a lot of people don't quite understand Bitcoin and trust
I don't even know what it is, to be honest.
So I would chill out a bit on your sales pitch. People don't trust it. They don't trust it. So I get what you mean, man. I know what you're talking about. It's not here. It's not here. Okay. He doesn't want to listen. But okay, Ben, I'm going to head out, and you're going to close out the session?
Yeah, I'm going to be shutting down now, so.
Okay. Well, I hope everything's fine with your phone call and such.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a personal call that I had to take. So that's my apologies. That's why I had to leave the Blab session for momentarily. But I want to thank you, Joe, for hopefully for keeping it going, sort of thing, with Mike as well. And I'm sorry I had to leave, but thank you for everyone who's joined tonight. Big thumbs up to everyone, and also Alex, who's watching, big thumbs up to you. Thank you for joining. For anyone who wants to watch future iOS Jailbreak Spot sessions with me and Mike, and also Joe, if you want to come and join, I'm going to be doing it on a regular basis each week.
Oh, cool.
If you want to add me, anyone wants to add me here on Blab or Twitter, me and Mike have got a new YouTube channel set up for our new shows and videos that we're going to be making, and we've got a new Twitter account and Instagram. So we've been working quite hard to get this project going over the last few weeks. That's why I haven't been on one of the reasons why I've not been on Meerkat. Not Meerkat,
Blab
rather.
Right.
Because I've had some other stuff going on as well, so that's one of the other reasons. But yeah,
sure.
So yeah, I'm going to be back on here this Monday today. I may even do another session. Me and Mike may even do another session this week at some point.
Cool.
So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, Joe, thank you for joining tonight.
And you're welcome. I'm glad I was here. I don't know if I really added much, but Mike was definitely excited, and he was talking about he'll touch base with you, but he was talking about organization and having 5 different topics every time, or not 5, but something. So yeah, it was good having him there, because I couldn't have talked about anything. So yeah, that was great.
Yeah, no, Mike's really cool. Me and Mike, we're almost like brothers because we share so many so many things in common, so it's kind of we talk. Me and him talk pretty much every single day on FaceTime or iMessage or whatever it is, so but I know that obviously he got called away from the session, and I can understand that, so
right. He was getting a little anyway,
yeah.
It probably recorded for a little too long, because we kind of hit a lull that he needed to go, and he was distracted and I was a little distracted.